you've seen a lot of opening days. I mean, is the excitement still there for you? You know, even as many as you've seen.
I think, I think you would have to be numb to life to not have any kind of excitement when it comes to opening day. What's nice is you can have veterans, you can have a whole new team, you can have all sorts of different things. But the truth is, no matter what, you're bringing in new guys. You are, saying goodbye to some veterans, and so it's every year it's a whole new team, and so it starts brand new. And I think all of us would agree that just being able to get that excitement of just having the ability to start something fresh and get going again, and just be creative and start working, and having a lot of fun with the coaching and the player aspect. That's what it's all about. And for me, just personally, opening day is like one of the greatest times, because this is what you work throughout the fall, throughout the summer. You're getting ready to do it, and then it's go time, and now it's a matter of who can make the adjustments the quickest.
How do you feel about the pitching going into this weekend?
Good.
Good answer.
I really, obviously you would like some of the veterans that we've had in the past in the back end of the bullpen. But knowing the arms that we do have at the front end of the game and in the middle of the game, I'm really comfortable with just the ability that they have. And now it's just a matter of finding which roles they're going to be able to fill for us. Who's going to be, the seventh inning guy, who's going to be a long relief guy, who's going to be the end of the game guy. And so that's what we're looking for right now. We have a pretty good idea about those roles, and now it's just a matter of each one of those players kind of taking the CEO ownership of those roles and being able to really master them, like we have with 3 former All-American closers in the past.
Are you ready to name a starting rotation for this weekend?
I think he already did.
Oh, did you? I missed
Yes.
it. I missed it.
Yeah, Tyler Thomas, Blake Helton, and Jake Jackson will be going over the weekend for us. Yeah.
Is your plan, though, to use like a lot of pitchers this weekend, or maybe even these first 7 games?
It's really going to be about pitch count, how hard those pitches are in regards to the stress level, and so our goal is just to make sure that we put the guys out there who are supposed to be out there in the right positions. Do we want to throw more guys? Sometimes that's good and bad, depending on the situation of the game. But our goal right now is to win the baseball games with whoever we need to do.
Coach, do you learn more about your team when you have an opening weekend against a Power 5 opponent like Maryland, or is opening weekend, regardless, you kind of learn the same kind of things?
I think opening weekend is opening weekend, regardless of who you're playing. Maryland is obviously a very talented team, coming back with a lot of veterans, especially on their pitching staff, as well as their position as well. And so for us, it's we just need to make sure we play well. We got to get the first game jitters out, the excitement, the energy, and then once we get that out, hopefully we can play baseball. And I know Maryland's going to be dealing with the same thing. So for us, we just got to make sure that we play well, and then we'll see what happens after that.
Felt like Andy was here about 10 years.
He was.
Who's taking over, behind the plate? I know you got some talented guys back there.
We do. We have, Harrison Cayley has done a great job. Court Castle has really stepped up big as a freshman. He's kind of opened our eyes a little bit. Nick Balsano, just an older guy for us. They've all done a really good job back there, and so now it's just a matter of finding the right matchups, finding out what works best for the team in those situations. And you might see, some movement back there in regards to some different guys multiple times in a game, but our biggest goal is to hopefully have one person back there the majority of the time, kind of winning that spot.
What would you say is your personal goal, or what expectations do you set for this weekend?
75 degrees. That's my personal goal for this weekend, is 75. You know what? I think the easiest part is to play well. Everybody's like, winning the series this weekend is a big deal. But for us, it's just finding the pieces that we need to put in the right spot, playing the game that we can, playing great defense, which I know we're capable of, and then allowing these good starting pitchers to do what they're supposed to do. Don't mind the balls bouncing off the nets behind you. It'll scare you a little bit. But no, it's just playing well. That's the biggest thing. You just got to get those jitters out. I think it was last year or 2 years ago, Nebraska came out and scored like 11 runs in the first inning, and then we ended up winning the series. So once again, first game is always a really interesting time for all teams. Then it's just a matter of how quickly you guys can calm down and be able to play baseball.
You've had a lot of nice, preseason honors. How do you kind of approach those? I mean, does that, motivate you to try to live up to that, or?
Yeah, I think so, definitely. I'm definitely honored to get those awards and preseason accolades. However, I think the biggest part about that is it's preseason, and so it really doesn't mean a whole lot until you go out there and prove it. So going to go out there and just keep playing the way that I have, and we'll see what happens in the end.
What about opening up this weekend? You guys excited about that? I mean, are you ready to get it going?
Of course. I mean, ever since last year and that we sat in the room underneath and we didn't hear our name called, we know there's a lot of talent on this team, and we know that we are very capable of being one of those 64 teams and making a good run. So we're definitely looking forward to getting this thing rolling this weekend.
You and a lot of returning players out in the field, pretty good defensively. What collectively, when you look around you, what do you feel like this group can be in the field this year?
I think the chemistry is what we had a lot of older guys and a lot of young guys last year, to where this year it was our first time of having a bunch of guys back who have played in the field together and having that older, more mature group. And so when you have that chemistry and that bond to trust each other to make plays, I think it helps our pitchers out a lot too, to go up there and throw strikes. And they might hit some balls, but you have quality defense behind you that is going to be there to make the play.
Perfect baseball weather, isn't it?
Oh, felt great this morning, and the wind rolled around, but it's baseball, and so it's outdoors, so we'll see. Hopefully it gets a little warmer tomorrow.
What would you say is the goal for this weekend?
I think, the biggest thing is the first day tomorrow, and everybody's nervous, and you have the jitters, but if you can come out there and play hard and get win one, that'll be awesome. And then from there, you have confidence moving into the rest of the weekend. And so I think, of course, you want to come out with a sweep and start the year off hot.
You like the way it's set up with 2 home series, first 7 at home, that kind of thing?
Yeah, it's quality competition, so definitely helps us out at home to have the home field advantage, and we do play well here based on our past few seasons. But it's good talent, and they're going to be ready to play us, so we got to be able to match it and be ready to compete.
Going off of that, how important is it to get those first 3 games against not only a quality opponent, but an opponent that's a Power 5 one as well?
Yeah, I think, down the road, too, if we can come out and win these early, it shows that, hey, we've played quality competition from start to finish once we get into the Big 12 play. And, it's going to help us out when we head down to the Shriners Classic as well.
From your own experience, what advice would you give a freshman before his first at-bat or going out in the field the first time, just doing what they're capable of?
Yeah, you're going to be nervous. I'll just tell you that one right there. But after that first one, just go up there, and it's baseball. It's the same day, same game that you've played your whole life. And, it might be on a bigger stage, but there's 4 bases, and your goal is to score as many runs as you can. And so just go out there with a clear head and continue to play the game that you know how to play.
Thanks. With Andy gone?
Yeah, Andy gone. It's going to be different. The Thomas and Thomas show, it doesn't exist anymore. But it's fine. I'm ready to compete with whoever's behind the plate tomorrow.
Just how excited are you guys to get out there?
We're
Get it done for real.
We're pumped. Had a team meeting last night. Kind of talked about our game plan a little bit. We're going to come out, a lot of energy, play hard, and we're ready to go.
Is it good to kind of get it started this way against a good team? Both the next 2 weekends you're facing Power 5 teams.
Yeah, facing a good team shows where we're at. We're going to be exposed this weekend. If we can't do something, they're going to let us know. And if we can, we're going to find out we're good.
Can you pitch in this?
I can pitch in this. It's a little cold, but
Hey.
I can do it.
What's the pitching staff kind of looking like?
We're young. It's young this year. A lot of guys who didn't get a ton of opportunities last year. However, I'm very confident that they can all step up and get the job done. Got some great guys like Grant Golem, Joey Schott. Hopefully Will Rigney kind of gets in the mix, gets healthy. Yeah.
Do y'all talk at all about, the motivation from the way last year ended?
Yeah. Our motto this year is one. We were one team away. We were one game away. Maybe we were one pitch away, one hit away. We don't know. But we're not going to let that one thing stop us this year.